Welcome to day 13 of our Simply Autumn Art series. I can hardly believe September is coming to an end, and I just wanted to show you this footage I took the other day, and it's my inspiration for today's painting. So I hope with all of these different colors and textures, this will just allow you to have fun and kind of let loose a little bit. So let's get into it. And no need for sketching on this one. We're just painting loose, wonky circles and ovals and just turning them into whimsical pumpkins with a few pen details that are really simple towards the end. And my colors I'm using for this, the first color combination is cadmium-free red, cadmium-free yellow, and then I did add a little bit of burnt umber to it as well. My second color is just straight permanent sap green out of my palette. And then this third little shape, I first of all put just a little bit of water down, and then I added just a tiny bit of Payne's gray, excuse me. And this is just because I want these pumpkins to be nice and light, and you will see I'm going to play towards the end. I'm going to get a little bolder with some of the shading and such, so that ends up being really fun. And just using the same colors on the bottom row, just a different order. This is a really fun way, first of all, to fill a sketchbook page. If you're trying to fill a sketchbook and you just don't know what to do next, this is a quick win and a quick way to do that. It's the perfect opportunity to just let go of perfection and just enjoy yourself, practice different styles of pumpkins, different shapes, different colors, different doodles, and different shading, which again you'll see in the end here, or at least towards the end. I'm being a little careful right now because that's kind of what I tend to do in the beginning, and just kind of slowly adding a little bit of color. It's going to get a lot bolder later, and just having fun here with my Payne's gray and final little pumpkin here. Just have fun with this. You saw all the different shapes and textures and colors of the pumpkins that I took a video of the other day. Having fun. That looks like a gumdrop, if I'm being honest. And while I've got that orange mixture on my brush, I'm just going to kind of add a little bit up here, make sure it's nice and bold, not looking for super light. You know, I'm not a big pastel fan, and so I just want to make sure these are nice and saturated. And obviously these don't look like much right now, but they will all turn into pumpkins towards the end. And here that green one was somewhat dry. This one is not dry, but I'm still just adding more colors in as we go. It's going to be more effective to let everything dry before adding more color if you really want to go for the contrast and the layering effect. Okay, now everything is dry. I am bringing in a size 5. I'm going to take my clip off here because it just feels like it's going to be easier to do my pen details if my page is a little more flexible. And size 5 micron, I'm using the color brown for this first one here, and I'm just scratching my lines in. I do end up tweaking these a bit because I want them to be a little more bold when all is said and done, but again, starting off maybe a little bit careful, and that's what I do, especially if I'm in a sketchbook. I'm still really pretty new to sketchbooks. I mean, I don't even know when my first one was, less than a year ago. So, and this one I think is my third sketchbook. So it's still nerve-wracking to me to go in and just start painting because I feel like I'm going to ruin the whole book. But I am getting so much better at letting go of that mindset. So if you are there, trust me, I get it. All right, I decided I wanted to put a little kind of shadow or under the pumpkin, just ground it a little bit. And I'm just scratching lines in here. Just have fun with the different stems and maybe little curly Q vines that are still attached. For these two lighter colored pumpkins, I decided I want to use my black pen. And so I am just going to, while I have my brown pen out, I'm going to do all of the other ones, the oranges and the greens, in the brown color. It really ends up making no difference because I change my mind towards the end. You will just have to wait and see, I guess. All right, this one I moved the stem a little bit different. See how it gives it a different perspective? Like we can kind of see a little bit of the top of that pumpkin. It's all about just stem placement. That's why it's fun to do a whole page of these, because you can play with different perspectives and, again, just different styles and having fun with it. If you've been with me since last fall, you will possibly remember that I did something similar to this last fall. And I think I did, I don't know, I think I did a lot more on one page than this. But two things. One, there's a lot more people here than were here last fall because I just started posting on this channel at the end of last summer. So, and thank you all for being here. I'm serious. The support that you all give me has been just very sweet and encouraging. So thank you. Anyway, that is part of it. There's a lot of people who possibly didn't see the video from last fall. And also, sometimes I just run out of ideas. And again, this is fun. That one from last fall is one of my favorite ones I've ever done because it was just fun and it's playful. Notice the white there. It's okay to just do your lines really wonky and not worrying about outlining these shapes precisely or anything like that. Leave the white showing if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to, if that bothers you. It's all good. Just have fun. I'm scratching my lines in. And right when I think I'm going to move to the next thing, I'm like, oh, maybe just one more thing on here. Little curly Q coming off of that stem as well. Okay, now I'm switching over to my black size 5 for the lighter pumpkins here. And it's just all pretty similar here, just scratching my lines in. And quite obviously not going for any form of perfection here. And if you are at all unsure about your shapes or your line work, just keep going. You'll be surprised how charming these look once all of the ink is added. And then also when I add a little bit more shading. Just experiment and play and have fun with these. And even try some unexpected colors maybe. Maybe you want to do some pink or teal, whatever your favorite colors are, whatever might match your decor, or, this would be an adorable and fast greeting card, whether you did a bunch on a page like this or just one right in the center that just says happy fall or whatever. Adorable in a picture frame. Just, yeah, be creative in how you display it or how you gift it. You could even grab a gift bag from the $1.25 tree, or is it $1.50 tree? I don't know. Whatever, get a cheap little gift bag and decorate it with these. How fun would that be? Looking back on this, one thing I didn't experiment with on this page that I kind of wish I would have is all those textures that we saw in the video. Those little lumps and bumps. Oh my goodness, they are so much fun. Okay, here I'm adding in, everything's dry, and so I'm adding in just the same colors I used over the top of the first layer or two. And you can see once you let everything dry, how much more bold the shading looks. Same with the green. I've decided to come over here and just kind of adding it in where it might make sense. And it doesn't even have to make sense. I'm kind of picturing my light source coming from the right, but you don't have to think that much into it. Now with the Payne's Gray, this is where I thought I ruined it. I thought, yep, this is my ruined sketchbook now because it's so dark, but we can work with it. So I'm just cleaning off my brush, I'm wiping it on my paper towel, and then kind of trying to soak up some of that color that I put in the pumpkin. I end up liking this one the most out of all 6. So funny, I thought I ruined it, and then I ended up loving it. So just have fun with it and play with it. I play with it a few more times here because I'm just convinced that it's not going to be good, but I end up loving it, like I said. Okay, up on this other one with a little lighter Payne's Gray, I am just trying to do a similar thing up here. And again, like I said, I just keep glancing down at that one going, have I ruined it? Is it ruined? Nope, I think we're going to just keep tweaking it. Truly, every little pumpkin here has its own little personality. Okay, not personality, but you know what I mean. Its own style, and I think they're all just whimsical and fun. Okay, I think I'm almost done tweaking this one. I end up just liking it, just leave it, let it go. And I'm putting my clip back on my page, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because before when I did pen detail, I took it off my page, but whatever. I decided I wanted bolder lines, so I brought in a size 8 nib and I'm going to just go over most things and make them a little bit bolder. Now, this green one, in hindsight, I wish I would have done some white gel pen on this because you can't really see the black too much. Let me zoom in here and see if we can see it better. Yeah, that's definitely better. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised I didn't use any white gel pen in this one, but sometimes I just don't think about it until it's too late. Well, it's really not too late. Too late for the video, but I can always go back and play with it, which I don't think I ever have, to be honest. when I'm done with the painting, I just leave it. Unless I'm going to give it to somebody, then I definitely tweak it. But yep, same with that other dark green one. White would have been great. Yeah, look how just making the lines bolder, I just think it adds so much charm and whimsy to our page here. I'm just going to continue that with all of these. You know, I also want to just take a moment and say thank you while I'm doing these repetitive lines. I love when you guys share your paintings with me. It absolutely makes my day when you send messages or emails with your art. And I'm just so grateful for the encouragement and the support you've given me throughout this series and just since I've had my channel. So again, thank you so much. And I hope you'll join me back here in 2 days on October 1st, this Wednesday, for what I hope is some fun news, but I'm still waiting for some things to arrive to my house that I need in order to share said news. So either way, I will be back here on October 1st with an update of some sort, and I hope to see you then.